right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Carter Living. My name is Justin.
And I'm Jasmine.
And we just wanted to do a quick tag video. So a lot has happened since we've been last consistent in YouTube. So we want to just update everyone. And via the first video we're going to put up is our pregnancy tag. So we have 19 questions that we're going to ask. I'm going to ask her, and then we're going to kind of have you know talk about it conversational style. So thank you for watching, and stick around, and at the end, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. So question number 1, how many months are you?
8. I'm exactly about to be 35 weeks.
35 weeks. Pregnancy is going quite fast. Things are going pretty well. Okay, question number 2. What was our family's reaction? You start with your family and I'll talk about mine.
I mean, excitement, of course.
Yeah.
I told my mom first, and eventually a couple days later told my grandma. My grandma kind of talks a lot, so I had to be cautious. She's sweet though, but she just talks. So yeah, they were excited for sure. I think my mom kind of teared up a little bit because, of course, it's like her first grandchild. Yeah. So yeah, they were excited. Yeah,
and mine was similar. All of them were super excited about it. They were, it's kind of that about time feeling, like, we're excited that this is.
Ever since we were married, it was like, when are kids coming?
Yeah.
When are we gonna have grandchildren?
Yeah. So finally, one is on the way. All right. So that was their reactions. 3. What is the gender?
A boy.
Having a baby,
which he's
boy.
Super excited about.
Yes, that was actually what I wanted. So I wanted to start off with a boy. My goal is that we have 2 kids. Start off with 1 boy and then a girl, and then that's it. So this was kind of that step in the right direction. So I'm happy that got my little man coming. 3. She wants 3, obviously. All right. Biggest craving. What was your biggest craving so far?
In like my first, kind of the end of my first trimester, beginning of my second, I craved oranges. I had to have orange juice and the cutie oranges. I actually went to like Costco and bought like 10 pounds.
It's crazy, y'all.
The cuties, and had like 5 or 6 a day.
Yeah.
That kind of went away though, so.
I even started to get hooked on these oranges. So.
They're so good though.
Yeah. So I definitely think that was probably the biggest so far. And then your cravings kind of died down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really have like one craving. Like, it varies from day to day. It just depends.
All right. Let's get into the next question.
Okay.
What's the best part of being pregnant?
My baby.
What type of?
It is. Well, okay.
Explain.
Now that I'm later, of course, I think around like 23 weeks is when I start to actually feel him move. So I think that is the best part, is like feeling him move and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. I guess I'm not pregnant, but the best part of knowing that my wife is pregnant, I'll probably say, like, to know that you have the ability to create life, and that it's like a real thing, and that it's actually growing on the inside of her. And, when you see ultrasounds, you can see it moving and stuff. So I'll say that's probably the best part of pregnancy.
And it's hiccups.
Yeah.
He has hiccups a lot. It's super cute.
Yeah. That's probably the only time that he moves consistently to the point where I can feel him. It feels like every time.
He moves a lot. It's just.
No, every time she's like, Phil, he like just stops for some reason. So that's really the only time when he's having hiccups and stuff like that I can really feel him move on a consistent basis. All right, so the opposite of that, what is the worst part of pregnancy or being pregnant?
Picking things up and putting shoes on. Since your belly's getting so big, I feel like sitting up from the couch, like standing up, bending over, that is just a joke nowadays.
I'll be having to pull her up off the couch sometimes, it's pretty funny. And then for me, I would say probably the worst part is that
the bed.
So that's okay. I didn't think about the bed. So it's kind of up there. So I'll give a top 2. I don't know which one to call worse, but one of them is the bed that she just talked about. So she, you know, has to have all these pillows in the bed. That makes it uncomfortable for me to sleep because I feel like there's a third person in the bed when it's really just the 2 of us. So she's got body pillows and all that stuff, which I get it. It makes sense. And then we have a queen size bed. So it's like, I think this is the first time we ever wanted to go to a king size bed just because we're like, oh boy, like I need some more space. So yes, I'll say that's one of them. And then number 2 is like the lack of her to be as adventurous as like I would want her to be.
Yeah.
You know, like being able to do stuff or like, you know, like be outside all day on hikes and long walks and like going to the gun range and stuff like that. I would like her to be a part of that, but because she's pregnant, some of it doesn't make the most sense. So
wait, and sleep.
Oh yeah.
Is not that great either. Because I'm a stomach sleeper. Yeah, I'm a stomach sleeper, so I have to sleep on like either side. So that gets uncomfortable for sure.
Yes. Okay, the next question. Who will be with you during labor?
Well, my husband, of course.
Yeah.
It's up in the air, to be honest. My mom and my grandma and one of my best friends are coming around the second week of May. So
hey y'all, can't wait to see y'all.
I know. It just depends on when he comes. I'm saying, I talked to the Lord about this, that he's gonna come the 39th week. I didn't put a day, but somewhere within the 39th week, he's not going to 41 weeks.
Okay, so what is 41 weeks? Is that full term?
No, 40 is full
40
term.
weeks. Okay. So
actually, 39 is full
39.
term.
Okay. Cool. But, so yeah, I mean, it might just be me and her. It could be her and her mom. It really depends on when he comes. So, you know, we are in Denver now, so we don't have that many friends. We have like one couple of friends, but then outside of that, we don't have any family here. Yeah. So if anyone is going to be there, they've already booked travel to come out and stuff like that, unless they fly out last minute. So it might just be us. We might just be doing it together in the Lord. So yeah. What do we have a birth plan? What's the birth plan? This is new to me because I really don't know. So tell us the birth plan.
All natural, no Pitocin, no epidural. I don't want to get induced.
In a swimming pool in the living room.
No. I don't want them to break my water. However, I will be in a hospital. The hospital though has a tub, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they really support kind of natural birth and labor because they have birthing balls. You're free to walk around
like the whole floor.
The floor. They have like nutrition rooms with all these snacks for the mom and the dad too. So it seems like they really support it. Yeah. So that's my plan. I'm not like laser focused to where I don't want to be one of the women that are so focused on natural that it risks any health issues
or prolongs it super.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, just get this baby out. So
you ain't want to be doing it.
I'm just saying, like, at some point it's just like, okay, this isn't moving anywhere. Let's move on to whatever the next step is to getting him into this world. So that's all. You know, as long as he comes healthy and happy, you know, I have my preference on one to be like a home birth and all that stuff. But I'm not the one having the baby, and as long as he comes healthy and all that good stuff, I'm fine with it.
I need to have like music and like the lights dim. It needs to just, I need some oils or something.
Yeah. So. I'm down. Okay. Will you film it? Will we film the birth?
I want to.
Yeah.
Of course.
I agree. I mean, of course, there'll be probably one that's less explicit, shown on YouTube and stuff like that. But then, but we will film. So I actually hope, we don't know, because now that I think about it, if we don't have somebody there to hold the camera, I'm not really as interested to like be a cameraman as I am wanting to be in the moment. So it really depends.
But I still want to film it. We'll have to bring like the tripod or something.
Yeah.
And we'll put it like in the corner or something.
Yeah. We can figure
So, I
something
mean,
out.
maybe not like.
We could get Aisha or Maurice to film if they want to come, and I don't know.
I don't know though.
I don't know. We'll see. We gonna film it. We don't know how, but it's gonna get filmed.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right. I think you covered this already. Natural or medicated?
Natural.
Natural birth. Amen.
Yep.
What is your thoughts on labor? Are you scared?
No, I'm actually not. When I first found out I was pregnant, I think I get that initial fear. Just because you see women on TV and they're screaming and all this.
Like dying.
Yeah,
TV.
it gets scary. And also talking to other people, they're like, well, why would you put yourself through that and all this stuff? But now I'm really not scared. I'm more so just excited.
Yeah. Good. I'd be scared. I think I'd be scared for real.
I'm not.
But
I think like the fear intensifies things.
yeah, definitely.
And
it puts you in the wrong state of mind, and the fact that for us, you know, childbirth is a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's part of it as well, is that, you know, God will kind of just give you that peace during, you know, it might not feel good all the time, but, you know, just to not have fear, you know,
Right.
but really have confidence and assurance that we will have a safe baby boy. All right, next question. What do you look forward to after pregnancy?
Besides like my baby.
Well, I mean, all of it, whatever.
My baby for sure. I'm very anxious to see him, that's for sure. I'm very curious on how our like routine and our days are gonna go with now having like a newborn and a little baby.
Can't just get up and go like we used to. And I think also just like getting adjusted to a new life, like really forever, you know, because like I think to think about this is really like our last month of this style of life, and we've always lived a life where we didn't necessarily have to depend on something else, or something else didn't have to depend on us in life. You know, we had family and stuff like that, but that's different than a kid, where this child is like dependent on you for everything. And so not, you know, so it's, I think that's the part, is just adjusting to that new reality and, you know, fitting him into our lives and we fitting into his lives and kind of just creating some sense of harmony. So that'll be interesting. You know, I think that'll take some time for sure.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think we'll have to not be so anxious for it to start clicking, but, you know, just for it to be our experience. And not think that by some date or some how many months old should things be back to normal or working right. You know, I think it'll be based on him and us and how we adjust and all that good stuff. So
another thing is breastfeeding. I'm curious. I know like there's a lot of like it hurts and you get gorged and all that, but I think the connection, like mother to baby, even like our hospital, they like a requirement, if you have a healthy baby, a healthy delivery, if everything's, you know, good, they do skin to skin for at least an hour after they're delivered, before they even get checked.
That's big.
They, of course, like, you know, varies, but healthy baby, if it comes out screaming or whatever, they do skin to skin for at least an hour, and then you get cleaned up and they do, you know, the measurements and the weight and all that, which is big for me. So definitely.
All right. Plan to work or be a stay-at-home mom after the baby comes? What's your plan?
Stay-at-home mom. I really love being able to be home. Like at first, like when I was younger, I kind of like, no, I'm at work, you know, I'm not gonna be a stay-at-home mom. I liked working. It was nothing against stay-at-home moms. I loved working. I loved bringing in some type of income. But now with the reality of kids, you know, especially now since he's pretty much here, I don't want to hand him off to daycare. I don't know how they'll treat him. They might treat him, you know, fantastic, but I just like the satisfaction of I'm raising him, I'm teaching him, I'm showing him whatever it needs to be shown. I like that aspect of it. I don't like someone else doing it. And you know, daycare is it's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing, you know. Expensive, but
for sure. And it's one of those things. It's not to, you know, discourage anybody that has their children in daycare or anything like that, but
definitely not.
You know, I think for any parent, depending, but I think any parent, especially for a newborn, especially for the first one, would probably want to spend as much time with them as they could. You know, so I'm so thankful that we're blessed enough to be in that position where it really is a decision, not something we're forced to do, or you're forced to work, or you're forced to, it's exciting that, you know, in time, you know, and it's one of those things that if you want to eventually maybe go back, that's an option as well. But, you know, I think it's something that we're blessed and fortunate enough to have the opportunity to have her be at home, which is amazing. And I work from home, so that's, I think, even more icing on the cake where, you know, we can spend as much time as possible with him in those young ages and stuff like that. And who knows, again, I could one day not work from home and she could one day start to work, but I think just in the immediate future, it's a nice thing to have. Yeah. All right, 2 more questions. Will you make your own baby food?
I want to.
Yeah, I think I want to. Get the little baby bullet, they got little baby bullets out now, so you can put them in. It's like a smoothie for babies. You know, it looks like that. Yeah. But you can make your own. So I'll be interested in that because I've tried some of this baby food in some bad competitions that
they're in the baby
we had, and it was disgusting. So anything I could do to make sure my son has good quality and tasting food, I'll try to do that.
It's cost-wise.
Yeah, that's it. And you know everything that's going in it, you know. And then I think, but even taste though, that changes because you don't season baby food. So yeah, it's not gonna taste good regardless.
It tastes better than maybe, I don't know.
Who knows? We'll see. And then the last one: do you have nursery ideas or themes? And just before she answers that, we will do a nursery tour or video.
When it's complete.
Yeah, so we're close. We got like a few finishing touches to put on, but yeah, go ahead.
My nursery theme is kind of like a Nautica sailor type.
With elephants.
It's so random, yeah. It's blue, tan, and white. Maybe little touches of gray. Yeah. But that's pretty much the theme of it. Yep. So yeah, it's like maybe 95% done.
Yeah. I think we just need like a rocking chair. I think that's probably it.
And you gotta paint the thing.
Oh yeah. I gotta paint one of his bookshelves or whatever. But yeah. So I am done. We are done with questions. So that is our pregnancy tag. So we appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching this video. As always, please hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of this. And then we're also going to be coming back with another video that is pretty much our life update. So keep watching. Thank you for subscribing and being loyal to us. We love you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.